Please welcome Eliza Dushku. You great, yeah.
My favorite show to come on.
Oh, thank you very much. I love it when you're here.
Thank you.
Let me ask you about the, first of all, you're wearing a Red Sox shirt.
I am. I'm from Boston.
Okay, this is going to get over here. I have some steel doors can be dropped, separating you from an angry audience at any time.
Well, you know what it is?
What the hell?
I have a few...
What the hell was that?
I'm sporting
You just went,
this.
yeah!
Well, I'm sporting this because
Stop doing that.
I mean, friend who designed this line of clothing, and it's a way of having like a chic line for young women because, you know, you look for sports paraphernalia.
Sure.
I also have a message underneath.
Oh, yeah.
The best girls root for Boston,
okay.
baby.
I couldn't even read when you did that.
The line is called Homegirls Boston, and you can find it if you Google it. And basically, it's, you know, because
what is this, the Home
women
Shopping
can
Network?
No, but it's for homegirls.
Well, I'd like to call attention to my watch right here. I think you might find it interesting.
They went to your high school. They're
they went to
Brookline High
Brookline
alumni.
High.
Yes, and they wanted me to give you a few things for your wife, Eliza. You know, all these little connections.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Okay, cool. Where are we now? Well, there's the reason I want to say, because why I brought up the Red Sox stuff. You're in New York, and it's a little dangerous to walk around wearing the Red Sox paraphernalia in New York City.
I love it.
You love it? You don't fear?
It gets people aroused. Well, their emotions aroused. Like, people get
No, you were right the first time.
No, I mean, you run into someone and I wore, you know, my Boston gear to a comedy show, and the comedian was trying to heckle me, and I'm heckling him back. I mean, it's fun. It, like, creates a lot of lively energy.
Okay, so if you're walking around New York City, say at night, do you ever carry anything with you to protect you?
Well, I'm working in New York, and I did find a few stun guns online that I thought I would... Everyone has that story about...
A few stun guns?
A few stun guns. They're called small fries. They're the smallest, most powerful stun guns on the market today.
What website can I buy them on?
Home Security or something.
Wait a minute. They're advertised as the smallest stun guns?
Smallest, most powerful. It's 900,000 volts, and I got that right this time.
900,000 volts?
Yes.
I could power my house with that for a week.
Probably. It's like a lightning bolt shoots out when you press it.
Right. So you're carrying this thing around with you, and the idea is that if an attacker comes, how does it work? I don't even know how a stun gun works.
Well, you take the safety off, and you hear it start like buzzing up a little bit, and then you just, you know, I want someone to come up to me because I'm dying to, like, I feel so tough with it, you know? I feel like such a, like a badass a little bit.
So you want someone, you're walking around, you seem very dangerous to me, you're walking around with a device in your pocket that can fire 750,000 volts of electricity.
900,000.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I was talking about the junior model that you can use to cook a Pop-Tart with.
No.
So have you tried it on anybody yet?
I have not. I came very close, and this is not just a made-up story for television. I'm staying in an apartment, and they had a maid service twice a month.
Right.
And Juanita came 2 days early, unbeknownst to me, and I never got a phone call. So I have my dog, and I was asleep, and it was 10 o'clock in the morning, and I heard someone walk in my front door, and I heard little footsteps. And so I literally, it was the first time in my life, I jumped out of bed in my underwear, and like almost like Martin Lawrence. I felt like this unsuspecting guest was greeted with me without, it wasn't a shotgun, but I had my stun gun flared and ready to go. I mean, she like...
So you almost fried this poor woman.
I almost deep fried Juanita.
That's terrible. Our apologies to this woman. That's terrible.
We made up.
Now, speaking of stuff, didn't you get free stuff after your last appearance on this show?
I did, which is why I was very careful to get the voltage right on the stun gun, because when I was here before, I walked out and you went on this whole thing about my teeth being white.
You have very beautiful white teeth.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
They're almost...
Sonicare toothbrush. Here I go again. But I said that the Sonicare toothbrush was this amazing, revolutionary product, and you know, it was 52,000 brush strokes a minute.
Right.
I ended up about a week later getting a box with other Sonicare items and some refills, and it was a note. It said, you know, we were so, you know, thrilled with your excitement and your enthusiasm about our product. We did want to mention that it's actually 32,000 brush strokes a minute, not 52. So they put a little smiley face.
But wait, why would they correct you going the other way? Why would they say, oh, by the way, our toothbrush isn't that good? You said 52. Oh, that's the other brand. We can't accomplish that.
They wanted me to be in the know, I guess, for the next time, and now now everyone knows.
Now, why? So you got. Are
I was
you
like chastised for like.
Are you trying to work things in now during your talk show appearances to get free stuff? Have you started to try that out?
No, because this time I'm promoting so that my, for my
you're
friends.
a friend, right?
I mean,
right.
any Boston girl who wants cute, chic, gear for their next Boston game.
Oh, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I just. I think it's. We've discussed this. It's against the law for me to do it. But if I was going on other talk shows...
Homegirls Boston. You can't do it, I'll do it.
No. It's against the law for me to profit from anything on the show. I can't just come out here every night and say, oh, I love that Silverman hot tubs. They're the best. And then hope that I get a...
like plasma screen TVs. That's a little bit much.
Yeah, you can't do that.
That's
that would be wrong.
Much.
Now, let's talk about this play. Is there a real... I wish there was a Silverman hot tub. I just made that up, but... Hot tubs.
This is a ticket.
Oh, this is a ticket to your show.
It's one ticket. Unfortunately, I know that you have a wife, but...
who needs her?
It's for our show, it's the #1 selling off-Broadway ticket right now, so we had a tough time getting 2 tickets.
Thanks for giving me 1 ticket to come see your show. This is to see Dog Sees God. Now, tell us about this show, because it's an unusual idea for this program.
Time Out New York described it as the Peanuts on crack. It's the Peanuts characters 10 years later, and with the universal theme of kind of discovering yourself in high school, and it's kind of the Peanuts dealing with sex, drugs, and pyromania. And
so what's happened to Charlie Brown?
That's kind of the big secret, so you gotta come see the show. But I play a Lucy-esque character, I think, because we don't really have copyright.
You can't, yeah, you don't have, I don't think
well, that's why I'm Lucy-esque.
The Charles Schultz people can't be thrilled that it's, hey, we're doing...
We haven't heard any real complaints.
Yeah, it's just Charlie Brown on crack. What would be the problem?
And it's a great show, but it's very fun. And
right, I'm just saying, they're probably... I think it could be a funny show, but they would probably be quite, concerned.
Well, I'm Lucy-esque. I'm in an insane asylum for pyromania. I have handcuffs. I have bruises like your other previous guest all over. I guess that is the new chic thing because I wear these handcuffs every night and, I get bruises all over. But it's so funny, and it's been like, it was my first kind of stage experience as an adult.
Cool. You did theater as a child, but you never did it as an adult.
Yeah, it was embarrassing because when I was younger, my mother wanted me to be in theater, but I just wasn't very good, and I had stage fright, and so I had smaller roles in the,
Like what kind of shows were you in?
Well, in Pinocchio, if you remember, Pinocchio gets eaten by a whale, and there's a marine scene. So I was a fish. I had a like cardboard cutout of a fish, and to enhance the marine scene, I just kind of went back and forth with a cardboard.
You were just
cutout.
food in the whale's belly.
Pretty much.
Wow, that's not good.
And in Cinderella, I was a squirrel that eventually turned into one of the people that helps her get ready for the ball.
There's no squirrel in Cinderella.
There is, I swear. When the magic starts happening.
Right. So even as a kid, you thought like, okay, these aren't the best parts. You know what I mean?
No, I was pretty aware that I
played the toaster in Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And you're like, there's no toaster.
No, but I guess that was that broke me in.
Yeah, it got you on the stage at least, and now you're doing Dog Sees God. Confessions of a Teenage Blockhead is now playing at the Century Center for the Performing Arts right here in New York City. And thanks for the ticket.
You're
I do
very
want to come
welcome.
see the show.
And there's more where that came from.
All right. Eliza Dushku, everybody. We'll be right back. Soweto Gospel Choir, stick around.